In any disaster, your livestock need protection too. In case of nuclear attack, radiation is as dangerous to animals as it is to people. A good animal shelter is a two-story basement-type barn with a hay-filled loft.
Hey everybody, it's Steve from 93 Studios, here to talk to you about newspapers. The newspaper industry is trying to find a way to survive. The only problem is they're not very used to having to try. As far back as 1995, when advertising revenues were at their peak, some observers like Mr. Mayers saw the real problem. If you don't really care about your product, none of the rest of it really matters. So before we start talking about how newspapers can innovate, let's start with how newspapers can get back to doing what they're supposed to be doing in the first place. So, what do newspapers do? At their best, they inform us, not only about things we need to know, but also about things we don't realize we need to know. They investigate scammers, con artists, criminals, and corrupt officials. They also make sure Hoggish Greedley isn't dumping toxins into the St. John River.
Just like strip mining the ocean. There won't be a living thing left once I'm through.
And they keep robber barons from stealing little old ladies' pensions. It's what they're good at, and it's something that their competitors on the web haven't gotten a handle on yet. Don't get me wrong, it's not that bloggers are lazy. It's that, except for a very small number of us, bloggers have no economic or professional incentive to be thorough. As a result, we're prone to bits of brilliant investigation between long stretches of dull commentary. The Wall Street Journal discovered that a small number of people will pay a lot of money for quality financial advice. They're one of the few newspapers that have been able to successfully charge for their content online. Every paper should take a page from the Journal and recognize the power of producing content for these kinds of niche markets. Right now, a story is only as valuable as the incremental ad revenue it brings in. If they found a way to market individual pieces of content, insightful investigations, and useful data to the people who actually cared about that content, they'd quickly find that selling insights to people who need them is big business. Newspapers also have the advantage of scale, which gives them the marketing muscle to target these niche audiences. Right now, they're spending time trying to convince advertisers to pay more for banner ads. Yet in the last year, the New York Times saw a 27% drop in advertising income, while the Washington Post and USA Today have dropped more than 30%. Instead of wasting time on this, they should be trying to take the gold they're sitting on and finding.
For detailed information, get your free copy of Your Livestock Can Survive Fallout.